Hi YouTube, we're back at Genshin Impact. I just want to address something really quick because I know some people are really confused. I'm a variety streamer, so I play a bunch of different games. I love that people found me through a certain game, but Friday, Saturday is when I'm playing gacha games. Yesterday we were playing Infinity Nikki because it was a new game, it was a new gacha game, it seemed really up our alley. But we will return to Honkai Star Rail, don't worry. I had some people like, when's Honkai Star Rail? I'm like, baby, we have a lot of games to play. There's a lot of girly popology. I am one researcher. So if you don't like Genshin, so sorry, but leave a heart. Thank you. So today we're going to be figuring out what on earth is happening. Like, we have an interlude to get through. Like, is the sky real or not? I don't think it is. It looked like Honkai Star Rail. So like, are we finally going to get confirmation that like this game also has Gallagher? And also there's like an event where I want to get a sword for Kirara because I will be building a DPS Kirara one day, probably in like 2027, because y'all know the pace that I go. I didn't want to spoil anything, but have you gotten the line that Nikki said? I hope you did, if you know what I'm talking about. I actually don't know, Mother. Honestly, today I kind of just got the fishing quest, the fishing outfit, and then I was just running around for a few hours. Hi, Photosoft. Welcome. Okay, so let me just make sure all of my levels are correct. And let's get going on the interlude because we are going to be a little bit tight on time. I want to start on the interlude and then we'll do the event. And if I can't finish the event, then oh boohoo, oh well. I want to make sure that we get the story though. How do I get there? Oh my god. Everyone say hi to Noelle, by the way. Noelle's been on vacation, but she decided to come back. She's been on vacation in Inazuma, really enjoying the hot springs and things like that. But she was like, okay, interlude. Okay, let's finally do it. She actually emailed me and she was like, you know what? You really need to, on December 7th, I'm actually ready to sort of host an interlude stream. I'll be in town. So thank you, Noelle. My favorite fawn look, Yossified Fred. Oh, thank you. It took me a minute. I was like, wait a minute, Yossified Fred. I was thinking Fred from YouTube. Who's here? Who's old enough here to remember Fred from YouTube? Back in the day when you could monetize a YouTube channel by just putting a higher pitched voice on you. We're back in Natland with the white folk. Oh, I got the one joke out, okay? Leave me alone. I couldn't help myself. Hi, Froggy. Rose, I want to thank you again. Every time, I know that other people have been sending me daily, like literally, y'all have been keeping me supplied on my tickets while we're climbing up this mountain. I will show you real quick. TCG Pocket. Rose, thank you for starting that trend. Thank you so much, because I heard through the grapevine they said that there's going to be a smaller new pack release coming out on the 16th of December, so I've been saving up. Baby, 137 shop tickets ready to go. I will be pulling on the new pack when they drop. Thank you so much. Thank you all so much. I always hated Fred. He was too annoying. I didn't really like Fred either, but I don't think that Fred liked Fred either by the end of it. So there has been a lot of lore. I know that some of the girls here just like to hang out. They don't really know anything about Genshin. By the way, I love y'all. But I'm actually really interested to see where they're going to take this, because I was doing some recap to make sure that we went into this without me being like totally ignorant. And it seems as though they're really going in on making Genshin sort of be the through line between all the games in the universe. Like, I'm really interested first and foremost about just where they're going to take this story, but the lore implications, I'm like, hold on. There's angels and demons, and then Herta's music's playing in Mondstadt. The sky looks a little bit like space, and I know the Honkai Star Rail's in space. And then my brain was like, but then the Starlight Express is also in Honkai Star Rail confirmed. So that's really interesting. I wonder if Damsel knows more about this. Okay, what's up with the frame skips, honey? Maybe I need to like clear up my hard drives or something. Purple Moth, thank you for 11 months. You're almost in the Gold Kitty Club. I'm gonna keep on. Where's... Okay. I'm really trying to be like focused and get this story going. You hate Genshin? Now, Jess. No, Jess, is it Honkai or Genshin? You are always in chat talking about a new character that you're building and pulling. Maybe you hate Genshin and you love Honkai. I've been saving. The new mini set better be girly pop because I'm already tired of Charizard, Me Too, and the yellow rats. Me too, Rose. Oh, y'all want to know the... Okay, thank you. Let's go up the other way. I pulled the illustration rare of Slowpoke and the illustration rare of Snorlax, and I'm happy to say that I've still been doing this free to play. Yeah, but I heard through the grapevine the data miners. What? I got things to do. I'm sorry. It seems as though they plan on doing like... Dude, how do I get up here? Okay, let me get my chat over my screen because... It seems like they plan on doing like 3 or 4 major releases and then they're going to do like mini packs in between. And I think the mini pack is coming up. I've been pulling Pikachu packs for weeks to get that rainbow rare really tough. Now, I don't really like the super rares in the TCG pocket. They feel kind of lazy, but I will say this. Going for the anything in the Jigglypuff line is always appropriate. I pulled for Seth, those 98 pulls didn't get him, and I pre-farmed him enough to crown him once and max level him. Oh, I see. I gotta get up there? How do I get up there? Oh my god. Okay, let's it's a good thing I started early. Let's hurry up and unlock this. Cause I need some geography, honey. I need the graphene of the map, honey. There's a bridge. Go around by the statue. Oh, just go around. Well, let's just go ahead and unlock this anyway. Genshin Impact. I haven't heard that name in years. Well, here we are. The sky broke, and I said, so what's the tea? So we're gonna figure out the tea. We have a little bit of an hour-long interlude, and I'm gonna try to cram the event into this stream today too. But I'm prioritizing the interlude because that's the real tea. Citlali's gonna be running us around. She's probably gonna try to get drunk. She's probably going to abuse her grandson again. I really don't condone that, but she does have a sword for Kirara, and I do eventually want to build a Kirara in the future, one day possibly, maybe next year. Gay and sense of direction don't go together. You know what's actually funny? I am a little bit of a cartographer. But when I'm streaming, it's like, girl, I can't tell. I'm actually really good at, like, I don't necessarily think I have a photographic memory, but I do think, like, I don't know, there's something about like locations and geography, like I really can like tell. I really am like the navigator in my relationship. Like, I can navigate. Like I can literally like, I can just like leave my house and go exactly where I need to go. It's just the talent that I have. But when I'm streaming, it's not so much. Cochitta is the only real legend and meal girl from the Natland. I fear MLO infections really brainwashed that civilization. I blame the 16th instructions and Mavuika's scalp. Yeah, it's really interesting. But that's the thing is, Meal did tell us that like she wants us to prioritize getting rest and relaxation, but you know us. As Meal models, I can't help but strike deals, get some contracts going and things like that. But I am happy to have met Cochitta. The ones that we just really can't bring along, I mean, you know, it's not really our fault. They really are, you know, a little bit obsessed with the Night Kingdom and all that stuff. Like, and I can't blame them. This is a nation that hasn't lived in the ley lines that Mio has already sort of established herself in. The ley lines really are separate from the rest of Teyvat, and I think that reflects culturally too and how they sort of accept meal products. But that's fine because they are an insular economy, and we're just really mostly concerned about spreading the word about, you know, not using MLO products. You can use Natland products. They might not compare totally to meal products, but anything is better than MLO. We normally like to say for short, AIBT MLO. Anything is better than MLO. So As you can see, we actually have enhanced this bird's flight by taking it to the salon and actually contouring its wings to have, yes.
Oh wait, isn't that Iansen? Wonder what she's doing here.
Oh my goodness, Iansen, hi!
I brought
Hi,
all the
Osaf.
stuff over, Coach. What's next?
Just take it easy before the real work begins. Oh wait, I have to do her voice acting, I forgot. Just take it easy before the real work begins. You two are in charge of repairing the houses to the north. The rest of you should go west. The road practically crumbled beneath my feet on the way here. The whole thing will need to be reinforced.
All right, I'll start by moving the boxes over.
I'll help you. These things can get pretty heavy.
Nah, I got this.
I didn't
These
finish Penacony,
muscles
no.
aren't
We'll be
just for
returning next
show,
week.
You know? You see that? Perfectly defined. I can lift this stuff up with one hand.
Fine, as long as you don't wind up too sore to move tomorrow.
Men
I don't
talking
wanna hear
about their
any
muscles
complaints
is like
from you.
TikTok all over again.
Just prepare to be amazed.
We'll pick it up.
My back.
Well, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, you stupid man. Take him to get some rest and apply some meds since you're his boyfriend. Take it easy for the next few days, alright? You're already useless to me anyway.
I know I should have trained harder.
Working out is different than real work, idiot. You gotta get ease into it. Anyone still not have an assignment? Chief Matota needs our help. Fun, Paimon. Oh my goodness. So glad to see some girly pops.
We were just about to ask you the same thing. We didn't expect to run into you in these parts.
Well, my tribe's in pretty good shape, all things considered. We're already done with the repairs. I heard the Flower Feather clan was hit a lot worse, though, so I decided to come help. On the way, I ran into a caravan of merchants from the tribe and brought them along. These are my students. Oh, I didn't tell you before. I'm a professional trainer. I design workout plans, meal plans, all the good stuff. If you're interested in getting that body tight and right, I'm happy to whip you into shape. Anyway, that's enough idle talk for now. A little while earlier, the chief asked me to bring a few people to help with something. Are you two free? As you can see, due to the idiots near me, I'm short a few people.
Of course, we're also here to help. Let's go see the chief.
I just accidentally paid 2k channel points for the I see everything. Can someone explain what it is? I'm such a Twitch noob. Did it not show up? It should show up and it goes, I see everything. Refresh cache. Maybe it might not have worked. Is Lumine's hair different? She's been using a different toner.
I see everything.
There it is. Perfect. Follow me. Yeah, the Genshin VAs have been striked this whole expansion. I honestly, they didn't get paid, so like I literally don't blame them. But I'm trying to keep it light and airy here, so you guys can enjoy the musings of my ASMR voice for this entire expansion. At this point, I'm having fun. As you can see, I'm a bird. This is one of the main features of Genshin Impact, Natlian. You get to be a bird. I'm like a bird. Now, I do want to clarify, Genshin contracts out different studios to pay the actors to do the stuff, and then those studios send them the files. Those studios didn't pay Genshin. I mean, those studios didn't pay the actors. Hoyoverse, I don't know. I don't run businesses. I should do Chaska's trial. I might. We made it, Chief.
You're here, Iansen.
Oh, I kind of like his
You must be
look.
the traveler in Paimon.
Cochitta's
I've heard
VA
a
is
lot
back?
about you.
Okay.
I'm sure we'll have a much better time now with your help.
Hi, Pommy. All that G-Loan when they couldn't. Right, couldn't they just like send them a PayPal or something? Let's just get straight to the point. Are the people behind you warriors from your tribe? Did something bad happen to them?
Cold. So cold. Duarte, are you there? I'm drowning.
And there's something in the water!
He's on the ground, but it almost looks like he's trying to swim.
Did it say mentally ill person? Oh.
The abyss. The abyss is coming. There are eyes in my hands, and hands in my stomach. And my stomach is full of teeth. It ate all of you. It's coming for me too.
It's my subtitle as well.
We haven't been eaten. We're right here.
It got GU features in this quest.
Monstrous
Oh my
beasts!
god.
How did you get in here?
As you can see, their mental state is quite poor. They went missing after the battle. We found them in the wilderness in the days that followed, but the damage had already been done.
What could have caused this?
We found them unconscious in areas corrupted by abyssal tumors, lying next to their deceased comrades. My only guess is that something terrible must have happened during the battle. According to the chief of the Masters of the Nightwind, sudden exposure to a large amount of abyssal power can have mental as well as physical repercussions. We've never seen the effects this heightened before, but maybe Gasoithoth was just too powerful.
The soy thought? What's that?
It's the abyssal monster that appeared in the sky not too long ago. After consulting our ancient legends, we decided to call it Gasoithoth. Reaper
She
of
sounds
the
like me
Abyss.
after a solo queue lost streak on Overwatch.
Oh, that giant black ball? Didn't we force it to retreat, though?
True. It poses no threat to us now. But whatever wound it inflicted on these warriors still endures. We scoured all sorts of records for a solution, but nothing came of it. There was some mention of a treatment from several hundred years ago. But that
Okay,
knowledge-
blah blah blah. You need me to help. What is it?
You can purify abyssal power. Might as well give it a try.
Yeah. With the power vested in me, I will use this meal vacuum to extract the MLO from her skin.
It didn't work?
That must mean purifying the abyssal power within them still isn't enough. In any case, thank you for trying.
So, what can we do now? Don't tell me my friend is just gonna be like this forever?
Come back to me.
I like his
Cochitta.
eyebrows.
Please, don't leave me like this.
We beat Gasoithoth. They survived the battle. Are we really just gonna sit back and watch them lose their minds?
Of course not.
What is it, Iansen?
We'll take it case by case. The first case that I want to address is you said that these people are affected mentally and physically. However, I personally trained all of them, and I trained under Mio Coach Services in another region of Tavad. So I would appreciate it if you wouldn't say that they're affected physically, because obviously you can see these people are tight and right like Beyonce. Second of all, we shouldn't keep them cooped up here. The environment isn't doing them any good. Let them go where they feel comfortable. And Fawn, Paimon, I will talk to them.
But,
Are you sure about this?
I know you're worried, but someone here is actually qualified in physical health. And it's not you. We don't know until we try. Well, don't just stand there. Let them go. See, they could hire me. All right, it's up to us now. Let's talk to them one by one. This is a bad situation, but I know the warrior will find a way to pull through. After all, we've overcome so many challenges already. What's one more? Speaking of which, I've just received intel that twitch.tv/Vaughn has been gifted 5 subs by Pickled by Beats. So it really can't be that bad. Chaska's sister's the doctor. We should ask her for help. Ooh, let me get the teleport. Thank you, Pickled. This bird, I'm gonna stay as this bird as long as I can. Look at how she runs. Bambi bella the boar, Banshee better than the Moor. You know? Oh my god, I'm trying to get over I can't control it. I found him. Hello? Can you hear me?
So dark. So cold. I want to go home.
Okay, just wait a little longer, and we'll take you home. I have no idea what's going on. I've been seeing gameplay of Marvel Rivals. It's looked fun since they've been like showing the testing. Maybe the light and warmth will help change what he sees. That bird is Pheasantippity's gay cousin. Don't out him.
Light. Underwater. Where is it coming from?
It's working!
Is someone there? Please save me. No.
Toko's me when I
No,
die because my
wait.
tank leaves me to die.
You have to leave this place. The water's too deep. You won't make it.
He looks like Blackbeard, the closet is glass. The way when they were designing the Saurians in Natlan, they were like, let's make these amazing and the best, but give them one fatal drawback, which makes them unplayable. It's okay. We brought some friends here. From the people of the springs. They're great swimmers. It seems as though, in this psychopathic state, you're thinking of Beyonce's one interlude in that one visual album. I tried to change. I have something to tell you, though. You aren't actually Beyonce. And you aren't in the water.
No. Please.
Hi,
Just leave
Zophyr.
me. Duarte.
Duarte.
Oh no, it's not working anymore!
Looks like the bonfire wasn't enough. He's still thinking about his ex. That was the second time he mentioned the name Duarte. Maybe we can start there. Let's ask around and see what we can learn. Will you be playing Infinity Nikki? I am still playing Infinity Nikki. I'm planning on playing it in my free time. I've like actually been really enjoying just running around and just having a good time. I think I want to like do a video when I want to try to beat it. I want to beat the main story and like get to endgame. And I want to do it all free to play. And I want to like show all of like my free to play accomplishments, maybe like in a TikTok or in a video or something. But yeah, I am still playing it. I'm still focusing on Honkai Star Rail right now. But maybe if we finish that up, maybe we can have another Infinity Nikki day. But I am still playing it. I just got the fishing outfit and then I just started running around. Where did the diver emote go? I think it's still there.
My friend. Is he any better?
But it's not really on the docket right now, Leon. The reason why we did it yesterday was because I sometimes like to jump into like a new game if it's like really on like brand for us. But I mean, I am liking it. I am liking it. It's become like my little personal game. That and Final Fantasy 14. We're working on it, but I wanted to ask, does the name Duarte ring any bells for you?
Duarte? Oh yeah, I remember. Duarte was the name of Otoko's Surian companion.
Did you see
Otoko
where Chapel and
almost drowned as
Sabrina
a child,
did last
and
Christmas?
Duarte was the one who saved
No,
him.
I didn't see that.
He dove deep into the water and used all his
Christmas.
strength to carry Otoko back to the surface. It was pretty touch and go.
Duarte was the name of Otoko's Saurian companion. Oh, okay. Okay. That means we just need to bring Duarte here and...
Well, you see, Duarte died 4 years ago during an abyss invasion.
Last Christmas. Oh my god, that's kind of
He was helping evacuate
iconic.
injured warriors from the front lines, but fell to an ambush.
That's kind of iconic. Maybe we can play it, Give me 1 second. I'm gonna like open that up on Spotify so I can remind myself. We can play that for like our outro. I gave you my heart. That's one of my favorites. That's one of my favorite Christmas songs.
He was a bit on the smaller side, but other than that, he was just your average Kukasaur. Well, hold on. What are you planning?
Sabrina. I'm sorry. I'm trying to open it. Not my J-pop playing. I did not. I'm sorry, y'all. J-pop. J-pop jump scare. Look. Okay. Okay. We're good. Based on the look on your face, somebody just played J-pop on a stream. All right, let's get to work.
No problem.
They're gonna claim this VOD now. No! No, YouTube, it was only 5 seconds. Please, YouTube, please. Please, YouTube, please. If you're watching this VOD, say please, YouTube.
We're back.
Wait a minute, did it show me as the bird?
Duarte? How did you get here? Are you here to save me?
It's working.
Oh, it was like, I guess the bird was his Saurian companion. For people who don't know, the Saurians are like the animals of this land. Shh, Paimon. What now? I'm gonna.
You sense it, don't you? This place is dangerous. Still. Hearing you make that noise reminds me of our first few battles together. You were such a little thing back then. And I also had no idea what I was doing.
Little thing back then. Baby, I'm still a little thing now. Okay. Boop.
You're gonna
I know
carry me
that
out of
Sombra's
here
your favorite
just like
character.
last time. Over a decade later, and you're still trying to save me. I can't believe you made it this deep underwater, but I'm so glad you found me. Once we're out of here, let's split a huge portion of blazed meat stew, just like old times. I owe you for this. We're almost at the surface. People tried to tell me you were dead, you know. As if I'd let that happen. I promised to protect you. There's no way. No way. No.
This is my friends forcing me out of my room to go hang out.
I failed.
I really do wonder why they're like experiencing these hallucinations. I guess, I mean, I know that like the battle sort of caused it, but interludes normally drop a lot of lore. He's getting suspicious. Okay, just hit him.
Duarte? Wait, you're not Duarte. How did I get here? Who are you people?
Toko!
Is Kaylee? What's going on? All I remember is the battle against the Abyss, and then I was drowning. And a Saurian that looked like Duarte saved me. How did I get here?
So basically, you
went through all that for me? While all I did was cause trouble for everyone? I'm so sorry.
None of this is your fault. Maybe it's not my place to say this, but go easy on yourself. You deserve to move past what happened here and what happened to Duarte.
Thank you.
Hi, Sig.
I appreciate that.
Go on. Get some rest. Iskali, we'll leave him to you. My voice fits Iansen. Thank you. I told them. I mean, look, they're going to have to pay me too, so I don't know what to tell them, but I'll do some voice acting as well. Like, I don't mind. Would you consider doing a FNAF World Girly Pop Block normal playthrough when you're ready, of course? Wait, isn't FNAF Is FNAF World a creature catcher? That might be a fun Halloween. I don't know. Maybe. That's actually really interesting, Jess. I haven't even thought about that. That's such a cute emote, Pickled.
It's coming for me. It's gonna eat me.
It's okay. There's nothing to fear. You're far too petite for any monster to want to snack on you.
It's no use. It'll just come back.
Thank you,
Nothing
Pickled.
can stop it.
It's a
Nothing
4-player
can stop
party
the
character
abyss.
RPG. Oh, okay.
It will devour everyone.
You can recruit so many party members.
One
I
day,
see.
we'll all be reunited in the
That would be
pit of
interesting.
stomach.
Maybe it's just Paimon, but she seems to be in even worse shape than a Toko. She can talk to us, but nothing she says makes any sense.
Yeah, she's afraid. I wonder what triggered it. The battle against the abyss, or maybe, like a Toko, it's some deep-rooted fear, and the abyss just twisted her mind. Alright, just like before, let's go see if we can get some tea.
Iansen, I heard you cured a Toko? I'm so relieved. Is there anything I can do to help? If you need extra hands, I can...
Chief Matota, perfect timing. I was just looking for you. I wanted to ask you some questions. I mean, like, any game that has, like, a lot of a cast, like, the girly pop log format could work, as long as you can, like, eliminate people and switch them out.
Cochitta doesn't like it when people talk about her past. But the situation is urgent. So, I guess I'll be the bad
Hi, by the
guy.
way, Zach.
Iansen, do you believe there are people in this world destined for battle?
Well, that wig is definitely fighting for its life. I get the feeling that sometimes when I'm instructing a particularly gifted student, it's something like, wow, you were born to play this sport.
Then, what about people destined to be unfit for battle?
What do you mean?
When Cochitta was little, her parents died fighting the abyss. She was only 11 or 12 at the time, and her brother, even younger still. The two saw their parents collapse in a pool of blood as flames roared and spread all around them. Cochitta trained hard to become a warrior, but still found fighting abyss monsters too difficult to handle. She and her brother were left with severe trauma after the incident. Pain and fear that they could not get over no matter what.
But isn't Cochitta one of the warriors who fought the abyss? Didn't you find her unconscious out on the field?
Yes, we did. You see, something changed within her several years ago when the abyss attacked our tribe and broke into her home. By the time the guards rushed to the scene, they found her standing there, weapon outstretched, hands trembling. Her brother huddling behind her for safety, and the abyss
Sorry, y'all,
monster
I had a note to make.
dead at her feet. She didn't even look at it, and just kept repeating the same thing over and over. You're the only family I have left. I won't let anything happen to you. She became a completely different person after that. She earned a reputation as a very capable warrior, and fought countless battles against the abyss.
This one's
We all
actually pretty
thought she
dark.
overcame the trauma, and we were so happy for her. But now it seems like even if she buried it deep within herself, the fear still never left her.
Maybe fighting the abyss was her way of making sure she wouldn't lose anyone else. Maybe the thought of experiencing that pain again scared her more than the abyss. On the outside, her choice to fight.
How can we help her?
God, it was on auto.
Quali?
Oh.
Quali, what are you doing with that weapon?
Show me the monster that hurt you! I'll make it pay! I'm going to protect you this time!
Calm down, Quali. That monster is already...
I can do it! I don't care what it takes! I just want her to get better. She's the only family I have left.
Family? If Quali goes to battle, The abyss will devour him. I can't let that happen. I have to do something, but it's useless. No one can beat the abyss. It's a death sentence. Just like what happened to Mom and Dad.
And that little kid definitely can't do anything against the abyss. Sorry, Josu asked me to be mean to the kid.
But I'm no warrior. I'm just a coward. Still, I have to protect Quali. What should I do?
Cochitta.
So y'all know I have that. I had problems can carry tuberculosis, so I tried to talk to the. Okay. There was a language barrier. They somehow concluded that I was going to keep Percy. Fast forward, I realized Percy is Priscilla. She's pregnant. Did you know Pulse is 18 to 20? Do you have 18 to 25 babies in your? Do you have 18 to 25 baby possums?
Fight it. One more time.
Good idea. Her fear of the abyss runs deep, but she still has the will to fight. She just needs to defeat the abyss monster by herself in her mind, and we can prove to her that the abyss isn't indestructible, just like you said. I think it's worth a try. Plus, with us around, we can make sure she won't get hurt, although that means finding an abyss monster.
Try checking the mountains to the north. A few fled in that direction after the battle. I dispatched a team to clear them out, so most of them should be gone.
Okay, let's go get that abyss monster.
There's no turning back. I have to face it.
I'm coming too! I'm not letting my sister face this alone! Not anymore!
You wouldn't even help. Just being this viper-tongued mean person to child NPCs. Me and the other healers fighting the tank. Not currently, but I'm hoping that Priscilla finds somewhere else for her kids because I can't feed 20 mouths and I'm not trying to put a single mother out. Maybe it's starting to get winter time. She might, I don't know. In the back of my head, I'm like, I think she's going to be holding up. But when I'm like that to the real children, I'm the bad guy. Hi, Ellie. Oh, I haven't played this in a minute. That's right. I opened with Furina. Am I holding space? I think we've all been holding space. Ariana was apparently holding space. Cynthia was apparently holding space. And the interviewer was holding space. And we just started holding space for the possibility of holding space. This winter has been a little bit like... It's been like... I mean, I moved to a new area. The air is so dry. Everything all right, Cochitta? You were talking that big game. Do you not want to fight anymore? How can we make this easier for her? I guess we could wear them down first. She does look very weak.
You were the ones who killed them! As a kid, I thought my parents were invincible. They were always so strong and gentle. They seemed like the most powerful people in the world. But I can still see the image of them collapsed at my feet that night.
She did an interview, a collab with Matt Cosmetics.
The smoke, the smell of blood, the sound of my brother's cries. It's all burned into my brain. They told me to run, and I could see the fear in their eyes. I've been running.
This like
from my
war
fears
trauma
ever
arc.
since.
I thought Dainsleif was gonna come give us like lore or something.
But why didn't my parents run? It must have been because...
You can do it!
Because of our family. When you have someone to protect, there's no backing down. No matter what.
It makes looking back on that. Oh my gosh, she's gonna. Girl, stop! Girly Pop Rescue Team. It makes looking back at that interview like even better because like you can see the confusion in Ariana's eyes and you can see Cynthia like literally being like, let's pretend like I know what's going on.
Yeah, I can do this. I have to do this.
Shower me with praise. Time to shine.
No stone unturned. Time.
Go away!
I've been really loving their run. Like Ariana and Cynthia really have like revitalized the movie sort of promotion campaign, like that classic promotion campaign where they just sit in the rooms with the interviewers. I mean, like I know Barbie kind of like initiated that and started the trend of like people sort of cosplaying and like being really aggressive with like selling like a really high value IP, but like their energy and their love for the project, as well as just like their goofiness and authenticity at the same time, really has like been so. I love every single clip that I see. Like, yes, are they crying every single time? Are they like, I don't know what they're talking about sometimes, and but whatever. Like, I'm just happy to see them like having a good time. Like, they just seem so like nerdy and like they're just like having a good time. Like, it's just it almost feels like a timeline cleanse every time I see.
Where are the rest? Where are they hiding?
Right. They've been wanting to play that role like their whole life, and they're just having like they're enjoying it. They feel so present in it, you know? The last strike was absolute perfection, babe. You pulverized them in a single hit.
That's impossible.
They scare
gigantic
you?
beasts crawling with eyes, ready to devour everything in sight. No. Wait. What am I saying? Abyss monsters are not actually that scary. I've defeated them before. I know I have.
She's back to
Hi, Kuz.
Cochitta!
What just happened?
Yeah, Mother, I wonder what the interlude is all about in terms of like the sort of value for the plot. But I am actually happy to see Iansen representation. This is like Iansen's the one character that I have been most excited for.
Sorry, I've always envied warriors who don't get scared or feel lost. It really felt like I was getting stronger over the years. But in the end, maybe I never made any progress at all.
It's important to listen to your limits. As the personal trainer, I know all about physical limits. Pushing too hard will only hurt you in the long run. Everyone needs time to rest. Besides, I have a feeling you won't have to face those spheres alone anymore.
Even though we're both scared of monsters, you were always the one who stepped up to protect me. But not anymore. I'm going to get stronger.
I mean, I get that they're
From
like
now on,
they do this a lot.
together.
They do like this sort of the building out of the world. That's kind of what this feels like.
Is that so? Then I'll look forward to the
I'm
time when
having
you'll
fun
be
voice
all
acting
big and
Iansen, so
formidable. I finally feel like myself again. I couldn't have done it without you all. Thank you for everything. I think I'll rest here for a bit. I don't think I can make it back to the tribe just yet.
Oh, well, you did just say that you can't defend yourself, so maybe you should actually get back to the tribe.
I'll keep you company.
Okay. Good luck, you two. Yeah. You guys are two peas in a pod. Good luck surviving. I'm gonna head out. I mean, now we know that Iansen's a personal trainer. What's this? Oh, come on. What's going on? Okay, cool. People have been worrying me comparing Ariana to other celebrities of yore. Like, I'm not to comment on people's health, but I really hope everyone has everything they need, including but not limited to the courage to advocate for their own health. Yeah, the whole discussion about, yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I have to take it at face value.
Really?
Yes, really.
I actually really like that hat.
Traveler and Iansen.
I see. I was wondering why the Traveler was chosen to accompany the Pyro Archon in the final battle.
I would play Mantis. Mantis looked fun. I actually really like Mantis in Guardians of the Galaxy as well. I like her powers. You are the model and rig, voice, and key visual inspiration for Infinity Nikki and all exclusive outfits. Yes, Mother, that's why I was doing it. Okay, I was actually under NDA, but now that that's leaked, I was actually working really closely in the sort of direction and marketing campaign for the Western localization of Infinity Nikki. I was actually the one who manifested Jessie J singing the intro to that obscure game for a niche audience. I just,
give me a hand for a sec.
I love Infinity Nikki. Infinity Nikki feels like playing a fever dream that's not a nightmare. It's like a fun fever dream.
Not here.
That's 2 people down. You're an amazing problem solver. Probably a well-honed skill from all your travels. I heard you were in that one place. What was it? Mondstadt with the drunk. You really know how to give people hope. Ever since you came to Natlan, I've had this feeling our chances are getting better.
Yeah.
You're good, Pickled.
Paimon was at a complete loss when she saw so many sick people on the hot air balloon
Kitty Pride?
platform.
I don't know who that is, Jess. Mind you, Jessie J didn't even do it for the money. Not for the money. I can't do it. That's how you know she's a good vocalist, because I can't even mimic it.
The situation. You deserve most of the credit.
I love that in Infinity Nikki, like, there's a problem, and she comes up and she's like, oh, it's no problem. I'm a stylist. Like, a building is falling apart. Like, somebody almost got, like, hit by, like, a pillar falling on the ground. And she's like, everybody stop. I've got this. I'm a stylist. Well, who am I to turn down such a nice compliment? Most people say the first step is the hardest, but it's not actually all that hard. Exaggerating the difficulty in your own head is where the fear comes in. I'll never get it. Might as well not try. I hear that kind of talk all the time, but if you break your goal into smaller parts, the first steps might actually turn out to be the easiest.
Whoa, you're right. That makes a lot of sense.
Just like when I told you to eat less meat and drink more kale juice. You probably heard that thought and thought, I can never eat meat again. I have to drink kale juice for every meal. I'll practically starve. Yeah, yeah, you're right. I was actually hoping that you could start doing that because I'll be honest, Paimon, the diaper's smelling really weird. I'm like just getting so desperate. Like, can you just change the diet or something? If you don't want to change it, can you just change the diet? It's just getting really to that point. I really hate to be so vulgar. Hi, Christian. In reality, all it takes is to start eating 2 fewer servings of glazed meat stew and adding some kale juice for nutrition. That's it. It's not about making drastic changes all at once.
That sounds like something Paimon could do, but would that really change anything?
Consistency is key. You can't accomplish your goals in one fell swoop. Just like maybe you should take a journal out and start writing in jokes so the next time you do a punchline is actually funny. Practice makes perfect, babe. My ancient name means power. Did you know that? So everyone thought that I would grow up to be this tall, burly, muscular warrior. But that's not what happened. I'm just petite and cute. At first, I also felt lost. It was only later that I realized true strength basically boils down to problem solving. Physical strength is just a means to an end like everything else. You remember that guy who blew his back out? He looked really strong, but he wasn't. So I began to break down problems down into smaller parts. When facing an impossible situation, you just need to act. And if you fail, so what? That's just life. I actually really like her perspective. And I know I'm being like funny, kiki, ha ha ha. I'm just trying to fill the dead space with the unpaid voice actor that's just been silent this entire time. I'm actually really excited for Iansen's character development. This has been the character I've been waiting for. Nikki could have stopped COVID. Yes, Iansen does do meal nutrition. Iansen has to meet fighting gym leader from Galar. She would be a really cool gym leader to sign.
Oh, well, when you put it that way, Paimon's almost encouraged to start drinking kale juice tomorrow. No, today. Paimon will start today.
Mission control, our fuel thrusters are out of nitrous octane and we cannot engage the polybionic engine. What are your orders? Don't worry, I'm a stylist.
You're amazing, Iansen. You really make Paimon feel like she can do the impossible. Maybe your true strength is giving other people strength.
I don't deserve that much credit. You already have the strength within you. I'm sure you faced more obstacles than I can imagine during your travels. But never give up. That proves it. Oh, you gave up. But I could learn a thing or two from you.
Iansen, bad news. Occult Land is out of control.
Oh yeah, we still have a third person. Stay calm, I'll be right there. Looks like it's time for our conversation to be over. Come on, let's go find him. There was a funny plot point that I got. I haven't finished the story yet in Infinity Nikki, but I loved there was this gang of men. They had like 5 o'clock shadows. They were like sitting there like, I'm gonna get you. Like they were bullying this like beautiful woman and her husband. Or like her gay friend. I couldn't tell. Everybody in Infinity Nikki, I can't tell. They're like, we're gonna get you. But they were like stealing sketches of designs. And apparently they were also stylists. And the way that Nikki came up and she was like, I've got this. I'm a stylist. And the way that she got them to stop mugging those people was she made a really cool outfit. You had to make an outfit that had really high cool stats. And she went like in the outfit. And then they were like, I guess you win. I'm telling you, it's camp. You just did it right. Hi, Bunny.
What are you doing, Occult Land? Wake up!
Don't you recognize us, my boy?
The Abyss monsters are everywhere. Everywhere. They've taken over the tribe. No corner is safe. Did we lose the battle? No. It's pointless to think about that now. A warrior only has one job. Fight until the very end. Careful! He's not himself!
Okotlan!
Get back. I don't think he can hear us right now. We need to get him under control. Let's go. The developers ban gay people?
So,
They didn't ban me. I don't know anything about that.
Come on! Give me your worst!
I'll catch up.
Wretched Abyss! Get out of my tribe!
He's in the wall, girl. They better not do what they did in that one quest. Oh, he's down here.
Gone. This is my final battle!
Please, son. You've got to stop. You can't keep going like this.
Genshin has been scamming gay people for years.
Wretched
Right.
monsters!
Yeah, I don't know anything about that, Worthington.
Give me my family back! Look, Okoland! That's your father! He's standing right in front of you! Get out of my
There was some
home!
drama with the previous game where
I'll
they were
never
deleted
forgive
accounts.
you.
We talk about BL ships. Oh. I don't know what to say about that.
Are you alright, sir?
I'm fine. Please, don't hurt my son. He's just trying to protect his home.
That art did eat. I got information about like BL, Infinity Nikki, and that all at the same time, and my brain went. Boop. Hi, Kara.
Keeps calling us monsters.
Notice that ignorant, but don't straight women talk about BL ships more than
us?
us? Yeah, I don't really know what to say. Like, I don't know anything about that. The only reason why I think that they might take action against that is if there's like vulgarity involved, because a lot of companies, I mean, Pokemon does it too. Pokemon will like ban and take action and like cease and desist people if they use their intellectual property in a way to project a certain image that they don't like. I mean, I don't want to get into that because, I mean, you have every right to like express yourself in the game that you like, but I don't know what they were posting, you know?
Oh, Copeland.
He has the fighting spirit, that's for sure. But we can't keep him unconscious forever. I need to think. Been thinking about BL all day long.
Abyssal corrosion syndrome. 500 years later, and it's resurfaced again.
Okay, are we getting lore finally?
Huh? That voice, it's...
El Capitano. He has RBD. So you've seen this RBD before.
Direct contact with high concentrations of abyssal power causes irreversible mental trauma in most people. The exact presentation will vary according to trauma level. Some will suffer from superficial hallucinations and maintain the capacity to perceive the outside world. In such cases, verbal and physical interaction can be used to break through the hallucination.
My mind just starts racing. Like, I'm telling y'all, my streamer brain goes crazy. I have to reread that. Direct contact with high concentrations of abyssal power can cause ears. Okay. That's what I was thinking was happening, that they got in contact. Okay.
However, there are also those who are so far gone.
You know he stinks? He did say that his skin has been rotting under that mask.
Medical intervention is the only option. That's why we developed the Draught of Lucidity.
The Draught of Lucidity?
It's a kind of medicine that can dispel the psychological impact of the abyss. The treatment comes with severe side effects, including chronic migraines for the rest of the patient's life.
I agree,
So
Pickles.
it's reserved for the worst cases.
Most of the time when they do that, it's like overcorrection, overreaction, or really just like old people who don't get it.
This man is a devoted warrior, one not easily swayed from battle. That is precisely why it's so difficult to pull him out of this hallucination.
When did he get here?
If you trust me to be true to my word, give him this.
Wait a minute. Where did you get this Emilo Draught?
Wretched monsters! Setting up an ambush! Give me your worst. It's either your end or mine! Hurry! He's awake!
Please, give him the draft. My son thinks he's alone in
Draft?
this world.
I always say drought. Whatever.
In his mind,
I also can't
all
read.
his family and comrades are gone, and only enemies remain. There's nothing more painful for a warrior than losing everything you fought so hard to protect.
Well, dang, I'm gonna help him if you could stop talking.
Monsters! What's going on? Dad? What are you doing here?
It's one of those words you only ever
my
read,
head
nobody knows
hurts.
how to say. Yeah, all the voice actors were
I just
guessing
had
in the
the
studio.
strangest dream.
They were like,
Dreamt
the
abyss took
drown.
over the tribe.
It's all right, my boy. It was just a nightmare. Let's go home. You need a good night's sleep. But first, I want to thank you for saving my son. May I ask your name?
Just Capitano is fine.
Well, Christian, apparently Cochitta is back, so I think that they are working it out. I mean, shout out to them. I bet it's real hard to do that, but I'm happy to hear that Cochitta took a stand and got her money.
I owe you more than words.
I said that's what I heard,
Mr.
Christian. The
Capitano.
chat just said it. That's what I heard.
My name
I
is
could be
Moon
totally
Day.
wrong.
You're welcome in my home anytime.
Cochitta found another studio.
Time to go,
Okay.
son. Can you
So I guess they
stand?
just never gave her money. Well, that's great. It's about AI, not money. Oh. Were the studios farming their voices? Let's just not get into it. I can't take it. I can't take it. I can't take it. Can I wake up one day without AI trying to take something from me? Thank you, Capitano.
Think nothing of it. I agreed to offer you my aid, so this is merely a part of that duty. Besides, I care deeply about this land.
Well, Capitano, just wait till AI comes.
Right! When we were with Moika, you told us you and your soldiers defended Natlan against the Abyss 500 years ago.
You have 100 pulls saved up for Miss Tingyan and 80 pulls for Mavuka. Sounds like Dumpster Bunny's getting Tingyan and Mavuka.
That's right.
Never think
My desire to
Capitano.
protect this nation remains unchanged.
Well, Capitano, you wanted to farm everybody's souls to create some net that Malvika told me isn't even made of good quality products. You were just going to destroy everything for what? The question of Natland currently is, what are you here to preserve? The geography or the people? The memories and the culture or the land itself? And what makes Natland? Is it the people or is it the land, El Capitano? As somebody who comes from Conria, I feel as though you have enough years to answer that question in a more sophisticated way.
When my platoon arrived in Natland 500 years ago, like you, we were true outlanders. But as time passed,
oh, I see, right.
I encountered the people of this land and witnessed their desperate struggle against the abyss.
I think he just has a crush on Malvika.
Though many of the warriors were rash and inexperienced, they were steadfast and fearless in battle, willing to do anything to protect their fellow citizens, oftentimes with complete disregard for their own survival. Just as I fought for the glory of Conria, they fought for the survival of their nation. We happened to share a common enemy, so I decided to offer my aid. We fought side by side to the very end. I traveled to many places after that, but I never forgot this land. Even now, my work in Natland remains unfinished.
Why don't you just use your name from 500 years ago? Yeah.
It may seem difficult to understand, but the reason is really quite simple.
I think that if it's going that direction, that's definitely the beginning, Pickled. My thing is like TV royalties come from the labor that somebody put in, and it also requires human labor to generate the product. When you're able to just get computers to start generating it faster and faster and faster, I feel like the pay should scale with that. But I worry that the people who have the power to utilize AI in the way that they're trying to are not interested in paying people more for using their likeness and talents more. You get what I'm saying? But late stage capitalism.
That name carries with it the glory of my homeland and the honor of Natland. Yet, I failed to bring my soldiers home. And I failed to help Natland defeat the Abyss.
But that's not your fault. The Abyss is way stronger than any of us imagined.
You need not comfort me. I am no longer who I once was. Let the events
no, and Minsley told me that the Abyss in the lore apparently has been around even before like Tavat was made.
Own way.
Like with the Draught of Lucidity? Who knew you could make medicine? Were you a doctor before?
The Draught was Guthred's invention. He was a respected military doctor, as well as my trusted second-in-command. We faced a similar situation to what you witnessed today. The endless battles against the Abyss triggered delusions among the soldiers, to the point where some attempted to kill each other. In order to develop a treatment as fast as possible, Guthred used himself as a test subject.
He wasn't a doctor, he was a stylist.
He passed away shortly after the drought was complete. That's who he was. Unrelenting in his pursuits. No matter the cost, no matter the sacrifice. In the end, he even gave himself up for a chance of success. I'm sure he would be pleased his creation aids people even now.
Oh, Soph, I'm sorry.
Enough suffering on this land. I sincerely hope this war will end soon.
I'm not even like actively playing Genshin. I still love the story. I mean, I just like it, and I also just like hanging out with y'all. I feel like part of the reason why I like Genshin is because I like to just goof off with people. And honestly, the story is so long and such a slow burn that like it's fun to like laugh through it while I still ingest like the information, because I'm just curious. I like that there's just so many layers. I'm like, where are they gonna take it? No matter the cost, no matter the sacrifice. Sounds rather familiar.
Stop worrying about other people's survival, about their losses and sacrifices. You just need to win. I must be.
You just ate sweet chili chicken. It was so good.
For this moment.
Hi, Damsel.
Please finish what you set out to do, Commander.
That soul that possessed Auroron. It was Guthred, the one who made the Draught.
You're more perceptive than I imagined. However, Some things are better kept secret for now. We may be working together, but our goals are not entirely aligned.
What's with the secrets all of a sudden? Paimon's starting to think we should be more careful around you.
I do not mean to jeopardize the trust between us. I simply prefer to keep this to myself, because it's a personal matter. All I can tell you is this. Natlan may have survived the worst of the crisis, but the souls of this land are still not at peace.
Capitano, why does it always sound like you're burping?
And that is why my work is not yet done.
Well, if it's personal, then we'll just have to trust you.
If you have other questions, I'm willing to answer them.
Wait, like anything? Paimon wants to know how you eat with the mask. Anything you want to ask, Traveler?
That's actually a really good question, Paimon.
Natlan must pay the price for Mawika's use of the Ruler of Death's power. That price is death. And only Mawika's death can clear the debt. Even now
I think
that the
Mawika's
war's
gonna
over
die.
and the threat to Natlan is gone, it looks like that death is still set in stone.
Could the captain know something about the Ruler of Death? I might not get the opportunity again. I should ask him.
In the garden cultivated by the gods, flowers and weeds grow side by side. When the weeds compete for nutrients in the soil,
My heart
the
goes
gardener
out to her
intervenes
community.
to inhibit their growth. I'm not one to pass judgment based on my own standard of right and wrong. But it is an undeniable fact that she is responsible for my suffering, as well as that of my people. If that explanation is too difficult to understand, allow me to show
The
you
gods
exactly
definitely are
what I
stylists.
mean.
I was like thinking about it after I was playing Infinity Nikki. I was like, wait a minute. When you think about it in the way that, like, when Infinity Nikki is sort of like framing like sort of a omnipotent power, like something that like really has dominion over everything, with the vehicle being a stylist, I was like, wait a minute. When you think of it that way, it all starts to make sense. Celestia is a bunch of stylists. And I was like, oh, okay. So I think up at the top is just like a bunch of stylists, like in Celestia or whatever. Wait, he took his mask off? Oh my god, I thought you weren't going to take your mask off. I thought they didn't do that.
The ruler of death can freely define the form of death, or grant immortality to anyone she desires. Her power is a rule in and of itself.
Oh, of
Faced with
course.
such an overwhelming level of power, it can feel hopeless to resist.
Well, they said like the Conrians, like pureblood Conrians, are cursed with immortality, but they still like decay. And the question is like, why isn't Dainsleif decaying? So like El Capitano is immortal, but under that mask, because we asked him like about it, he was like, oh girl, under this, you don't want to see. I want to know what it looks like.
But I am of the belief that, in this world, no destiny is unchangeable, no death inevitable, and no rule unbreakable.
And Celestia is actually Infinity Nikki, and the Traveler cosmetics will be released as outfit pieces once we get there.
So, before the final moment truly arrives, we must fight harder than ever.
When am I going to collab with Mensleaf? Oh, me and Mensleaf is the reason why I know all this stuff. Because as I'm playing it, sometimes stuff goes over my head, and then Mensleaf is so talented with telling the story in such a concise way, while still respecting every single aspect of the lore so far, like the years of lore. I would love to collab with Mensleaf. I would love for Mensleaf to do the lore recaps, and I will do the interjected jokes. And she can ask me questions about things. I'll be like, well, I think that El Capitano sounds like he's burping when he's talking. And I think, like, I could do that part. Sorry. I hope I didn't interrupt anything. It sounded like you were burping. After helping a Kotlin back home, I went on a small walk. It's good cardio. Happened to run into a messenger from the Scions of the Canopy. He's been looking for you everywhere.
Oh, did something happen?
Apparently, Gilonin's ready to start forging your ancient name. She needs you to check the progress of the Pilgrim's Chronicle. The device she gave you before? She invited a bunch of people to be there, including me. So let's head to the stadium when you're done here.
This is a critical time for you, Traveler. It's best not to delay, so let us end our conversation for now.
Hire Minsley to do a video on Agoramio. Okay, no. I saw this channel and it kind of made me, I wanted to copy the channel. It's this person, they do the Stardew Valley thing. I don't know how I got Stardew Valley recommended. I think it's because I left a comment on Maddie. Maddie made a video because she got a Steam Deck. She was like, I want game recommendations. I like Stardew Valley. And I said, if you like Stardew Valley, on TikTok, I said, if you like Stardew Valley, you should play this. But you know how our phones track everything we do. Then on YouTube, I got a recommendation for Stardew Valley content. And it was an essay, and it was called The Deepest Dive of, and it was just like one of the characters of Stardew Valley. 2.5 hours on some redheaded chick in Stardew Valley. I was like, is this your content style? I went to her channel. That's what she does. The Deepest Dive on X. I was like, oh my God, like that is so genius. Like literally looking at every single piece of information you can find on one character, like forum posts, conversations in the community, obviously the lore and the backstory and stuff like that, but
Best of luck to you all. Goodbye.
It's just like unhinged, you know? What a mysterious guy. And did you smell something? The Deepest Dive on Infinity Nikki. There's lore of there's lore. I'm sure the girls in chat who played it before, they can attest to that.
Right, the Lord of the Night. They just seem so tired, you know?
It's true. It's true,
They've
Undyne.
been alive for many centuries. Do you think that's just what happens when you've been alive for too long?
There's an image of Nikki pointing a gun at a man. Oh my God. They just yanked my camera out of my hands. Okay, I'm leaving. How do I get back in here? Nikki runs deep. I think something involving Doom timelines. It's camp. What would you do if you were okay? So he said yes. Look up. I get this question a lot, okay? And I get it. I totally get it, right? Because I would want to, if I was in some people's shoes, I would want to know too, right? So if he said yes, would go. Like, obviously I would. Wouldn't you? I know it sounds crazy, but like, you really have to like, just like throw caution to the wind sometimes. And say yes. So... they're gonna add let's add Nikki to Fortnite. I'm so brave for saying that. Oh God, do I have to do more voice acting? Wretched scoundrels. Damsel, you should do a deep dive on lore. The thing about Nikki is I feel like a lot of people would like it if you can help to frame its absurdity and why people like the absurdity. Like you really have to make it. I think what doesn't translate with some people is that it's a very, very like Chinese aestheticized game. Like it's like that doll sort of aesthetic. And some people just don't really resonate with that in the West. But the thing is like even us Western players are enjoying it because of how deep they go into it. There's a reverence for it. A reverence for like how girly pop it is. I think that's the crux. I think people would really get into Infinity Nikki if somebody can like help frame it for them in that way. Because we get it. We get it. Wait, they just opened their creator program. I'm so sorry. Another tab I have to open up just for later. Because I don't really care about anything other than possibly getting some free pulls. Okay. Don't listen to him. We just got here too.
Cochitta, Mualani? Woo, everyone's here.
Reunited at last. Did you miss us?
I brought candy and cookies
I
to
haven't
share.
seen that pickled, no.
Of course we
Kachina's
missed
back.
you. Ooh, you brought Source crackers too? Score!
Ah, just in time, traveler. It's so stifling in here. I was just about to go outside to get some air.
It's the same temperature outside. Anyway, how was the trip here?
Oh. That was a little bit shady, Auroron. Okay. It was pretty sweaty. I mean, it's hot, yeah.
To be honest, I also didn't expect this many people to show up. A third of this amount is more than enough for my plan. I need to ask them about you, gather their thoughts and hopes. That will help the formation of your ancient name.
The way that this expansion pack literally inspired me to like bleach my hair to smithereens. I'm like looking at her bleached brows and her bleached hair and I'm like, oh, that's right. After this came out, I was like, maybe I should bleach my hair.
Oh, you brought the Pilgrim's Chronicle, right? Yeah, let me take a look. Okay. The progress looks good. We have enough people, so let's get started.
Oh, Damsel wants to know who the man with the skinny jeans is. The man with the skinny jeans is named Auroron. He was this person, the girl with the pink hair on the right. She had like adopted him into the village, right? But the thing is like he's like kind of like doesn't have like a full soul. So he can be kind of used to like go into the underworld, which is like the night world, they call it here. It's there from the ley lines because they're disconnected from the ley lines all over Teyvat. The ley lines hold memories of everybody who lives in the land, right? But this place is kind of like disconnected. It's a little bit more remote, so they have their own form of ley lines. They can use his half soul to like do a resurrection process without doing the resurrection process that already exists. So it's like an alternative. But it's like, there's a more quandrum. Should we be doing that to somebody like just because they can? Like it's kind of like damaging to him or whatever. Anyway, he starts flirting with El Capitano because he thinks that El Capitano has this idea of how to solve the problem in the impending doom of Natlan in a way that's alternative to Malvika. One thing leads to another, and I end up catching them in the night world talking together. And I said, well, now I know what you guys are up to. So I started talking to him. He started talking to me. Yada, 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 yada. Boom. We eventually tell Malvika what's going on. And Malvika's like, that plan, I know that that plan is a possibility, but I didn't do it because it's a bad plan. Like, girl, I'm the Fire Archon. Like, why would y'all even be trying to do that behind my back? And then, like, he realized that maybe his whole thing is like maybe he doesn't need to be like important or anything, and he just like go farm because he likes aphids. He like gets like juice out of them or something. It's weird, but like that's his thing. He's just kind of like chill.
Sorry, I'm late. Shaska showing up late for something? That's a first. I had to follow a group of monsters further than expected. When I got back, I heard about what you did for my tribe. Thank you.
Yvonne deserves most of the credit.
Okay, let's save the pleasantries for later. Everyone's here, so let's get started. All right, let me remind everyone what's going to happen. I need each of you to stand before the Pilgrim's Chronicle and share your stories about the Traveler.
I saw on TikTok one of my mutuals, one of y'all have like, what's this arcane thing? I saw this bat in this thing called Arcane. I don't know what it is, but everyone's like, oh my god, the Arcane. I saw this bat, like this slideshow of this bat. And I saw the bat and then I started thinking of Auroron because Auroron has like bat designs. Which one of y'all was reposting and talking about a bat? He had like muscles or something?
Your words will be recorded and become a part of the Traveler's ancient name. Any questions?
Nope.
All right, then to start things off.
Okay, Pickled.
Hold on. Remember what we discussed?
Oh, right. I almost forgot. Traveler, Paimon, you can't be here for this part.
Huh? But why? We want to hear what everyone has to say.
I need people's true thoughts and feelings. It's best if the subject in question isn't involved.
What's it based on? Is it like a original story? Is it based on another intellectual property?
It's much more difficult to express those feelings to someone's face. People get shy in those situations. It's just how it is.
You're right. Just like when Paimon doesn't have enough lore to pay for her meal, but she's too embarrassed to tell the Traveler, so she has to make up some excuse.
Paimon, you being broke has nothing to do with us writing our names and inscribing us into the memory of this land.
So basically, you want us to leave the Pilgrim's Chronicle here and wait nearby?
Oh, don't worry. This shouldn't take long.
It's based off of League? Okay, but it's like a separate story in the universe.
Everything
I don't know,
Shilon
maybe.
had said makes sense.
I might try it.
But did you see St. Lolly?
Is it streaming somewhere?
She was that. But staying out here is just making Paimon even more curious about what everyone's gonna say. Anyway, you're gonna have an ancient name.
Netflix? See, my Netflix has been
So
canceled for a minute.
Feels like
I'll have to
we've been
find
in
it
Natlan
elsewhere.
You're right. If only Paimon could say a few things about you in there.
Well,
Sorry, I have
looks
to
like
open
you're
up one
about to
more
have that
thing.
chance.
Shilonen, is everything all set?
Almost.
I opened
We're
it up pickled, so I'll
just
see it
missing
the
one
first
last
thing when I open my phone.
You've been by the Traveler's side the longest, Paimon. We need to hear what you have to say.
But Paimon's not from Natlan.
Oh, it doesn't matter. As a Traveler's companion, your contributions are extremely important. You're the perfect person to finish the story. Sorry, Traveler.
So for people who are
I just need
confused,
to
who
borrow
might not be
Paimon
like
for a
keeping up
second.
with Genshin,
It should be quick.
the whole crux of like one of the major things of this story is like this land has like a reverence for like memory and like legacy, and in order for us to get like the last warrior of like a certain name, because you carry the name, like it's like a title, we as outsiders have to do like a special process to sort of like inject ourselves into this nation's lore with like magic or whatever. And it's like they're writing the story of me right now. I gotta find it using the Pink Meal 3DS's brand new global streaming service.
Paimon gave us a lot, and I mean a lot of information. I'm not even sure the Lord of the Night managed to get all of it.
Wait, did she tell you about that one time that...
Well, we've been to 6 nations already.
But Paimon, did you tell them about that one time that...
Here, you can have the Pilgrim's Chronicle back. I'll need it when I forge the name, but you can continue your adventures in the meantime. And when the time comes, I will forge you an ancient name.
Oh, you're talking about the
unlike
thing you mentioned
anything
earlier.
that's come
Okay.
before, so that
Well, now it's
you,
going to be on my side of
Malika,
TikTok.
and Natlan as a whole can finally put an end to this endless war.
Oh, we did it. Okay, so that's the interlude. One interesting thing that I wonder if they're going to like touch on, Xilonen apparently has to use more of her energy to create a name for an outsider. And y'all know that Xilonen... Hey, girl. Yeah, I'm talking about you. She's one of my favorites. Her and Iansen are my favorites so far in terms of like aesthetics. I hope that she doesn't like, you know, die. I'm kind of like scared. For a minute, like I wasn't really scared about characters like sort of dying. But some of the recent events in the last arc kind of like had me like, oh, they might actually take this somewhere crazy. Because, you know, the sky had opened up and we found out that we essentially live in an eggshell, like literally in a dragon's eggshell. Okay, let's start the event. I got like, what, 40 minutes? I probably won't finish it, but I want to get the, I want to get that sword. So if I don't finish it on stream, I'll just finish it like in the morning while I drink coffee or something. What do you mean, Xilonen? I thought that was you on the game. Wait a minute. Wait, Rose. Hold on. Where do they... Oh my god. No. Where'd she go? Okay, I have the character. When did they put me in this game? No, because like I really saw myself in this character, but like now that I'm seeing it, this literally is like exactly like me, but they put like ears and a tail on it. What if Noelle died? I gotta do her pose. Girl, can I go to the quest? That's my persona. I think it's actually a really interesting conversation to have with your friends. It's like, what is your persona? Like this, no judgment. You know, no judgment. I'm not saying that you are furry, but if you were one, what do you think your persona would be? I don't know what mine would be. Now that I'm seeing Gilonen, I'm like, I think I could pull off a cheetah. I think I could pull off a cheetah. Wait, I want that bird. We listen, we don't judge, right? I'd be a bunny or chinchilla. Chinchilla is so cute. A bat or a fox. No, the furries do get creative. I mean, if you have an appreciation for drag and you see like some of these like fursuits that you see, it's like, okay, so you ate that. You ate that one thing. I want to say fox, but everybody says fox. I mean, because if the foxes are the tea, then they're the tea. A lynx. A bunny. See, y'all are thinking of cute ones. I saw a pig fursuit that was actually so cute, and she was wearing a Lolita dress. Oh my goodness, like, I want to be a pig. And it would work because I'd be like Fawn the pig, because there's P. And it'd be like a kind of double entendre because like Fawn sounds like the baby deer, but I'm like, I'm not actually a deer, that's just my name. I'm actually a pig. And I want like a little squiggly tail. Wouldn't Fawn be a fawn? I mean, I guess I could. I could probably be two. I could change it up when I get bored. A sheep? There's like a moth trend that I had seen. It was probably a few years ago, and I know I've said this before, but like there are these moth fursuits that I had seen on TikTok, specifically in the Japanese furry community, and there's, or maybe it's Chinese, and they're so cute. They look like soft pastel, like kawaii, like it's so cute. Is jellyfish allowed? I think anything is allowed, really. It just has to be like very zoological. I learned in my book, Word Power Made Easy, the most effective vocabulary builder in the English language. Be quiet, Paimon. That it's not actually pronounced zoological, it's pronounced zoological. So. A snail? Oh my goodness.
Aw, it's a baby ectomisaur! So cute! Although, why is it staring at us?
Short form reality TV show that I like. I'll be real, I didn't get into it until my boyfriend got me into it. I really like home buying shows. Like, cause you know, like, I just like sitting there watching like the couple be like, or like the real estate agent be like, I'm gonna take them to 4 properties and one of them is a surprise. And like I just like seeing it and I like discussing with people like, oh my goodness, their taste is so bad. Like I love like judging the people. I'm like, you know, they're not gonna get that house because the husband, he hates that color. I love that. I really love home buying shows and I love like home renovation shows. What is this place? Wait a minute, didn't somebody in chat say that they were an owl? That their persona was an owl? Who are you? Wait, that's kind of cute. Oh, I like that design. Mother just tagged me in a picture. Sorry, I'm looking because people are tagging me and stuff. Mother, what is that? Who is that man? Oh, she is pretty. Undyne, she is pretty. Okay, sorry, back to it.
I locked eyes with that baby ectomisaur for like a second, and then she was suddenly pulled into this strange place with a heat. Any idea what happened?
Me before jellyfish? Oh.
Traveler? Hey, what's
We're being summoned by a really iconic thing.
Look, it's that baby ectomisaur. Seems like it wants us to follow it. Paimon's adventurous side says we have.
Let's go. I would enjoy Buffy the Vampire Slayer from the 90s. Really campy, really slay. The whole premise is that the women are chosen to be vampire slayers. I've always wanted to get into Buffy. I never really got the chance, but I think I might. Honestly, I have this. I'm not saying that all new shows are bad. Like, that's just, you can't paint a broad stroke like that. But there's a lot of like new series that don't need to be series. If anything, they could just be a movie. You get what I'm saying? But like, I've been really enjoying like watching some of the classic series, like the series that are like tried and true that became classic, like the ones that like are in pop culture. Like True Blood has been my current thing. I might actually enter my Buffy era. Diva, unlock the statue of the seven first. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all could tell that my brain was veering off into talking about True Blood. Okay, let's go get the statue of the seven. I don't want to wait for my love to be over. That wasn't even Buffy or True Blood. That was that's not Gilmore Girls. What show was that? Look at the front wings. It makes a heart. Look at the front wings. Oh. That's how I feel about movies right now. Like, we could be getting 2 to 3 season masterpieces, but how do you control this thing? Oh, you hold it down. Okay. I need a purple obsidian, honey. Yeah, I don't. Not those rings. Okay, here we go again. Oh, I see what y'all are saying. Okay, so I gotta figure out how to get back up here. What is this thing? Girl, get me out of this. This thing doesn't even work. Good night, Mother.
Let's go, Twirly.
Dawson's Creek, thank you. No, you're right. That's actually so tea, right? Wicked, they got away with it because it was a musical and they actually did it well, and people have been hating on like every single musical release. And I honestly think that they were lucky. I think that they were lucky that they had a cast that was passionate about the project and they had a director that was passionate about the project, because they were really doing the same thing of relying on an old intellectual property of the past 20 years and hoping that they could milk it. I think it's because like after COVID and the lockdown, a lot of people had to sit with themselves and like really think about the values that they have and the priorities of their life. And a lot of people started asking for better representation in the workplace, including writers in Hollywood. And that, with the economy becoming a little bit tighter, I'm seeing these big production companies trying to rely a lot more on the tried and true, data proven, algorithmically like sort of tested like things like, oh, if we keep making Spider-Man for PS5, if we keep making Batman Joker movies, if we keep relying on these things that have already sold before, we won't have to worry about being in the red. But we, the people, have to watch the movie, and I think we're getting bored.
Once the Traveler shows up, everything will get better.
They ate that one thing with Wicked.
Oh, hey there, Traveler and Paimon.
So you were looking for us?
You did? That makes me feel...
The heck? Where is this coming from?
You are truly the best friends I could ask for. If my vegetables met you, I'm sure they'd grow all the more lush for it.
What makes you say that?
Well, it's a compliment. I heard that complimenting people makes
them
Ron,
happy. You're weird.
It's that obvious, huh? Well,
yeah.
Yes. Granny's a genius, as you know. Geniuses often stand in the way of others, leading them to despair. And on top of that, I'm her grandson, which means I get a double dose of despair. If that sounds serious, It's because it is. So.
Oh, what happened exactly? You make it sound so dramatic.
This quest isn't too long. Yeah, I know. I have about like 30 more minutes, so I'm being a little bit faster.
I had to get you involved. Most people can't deal with Granny and... Exactly. You were the first person I thought of as a Granny.
Okay, I have to help you with your
Granny
Granny.
is what I called you when we first met. And I know
Yes.
I got told off for it, but please.
And then you
let
saw
me
my
off
skin up
for
close and I
calling
looked
you that.
good.
It feels like there's something unique about you. Even Granny
Do you know you have 30
Lolly
minutes?
treats you like you're someone special. And everything that's happened since we met suggests it's true. If I had a woven scroll that listed the 40 people who can deal with Granny Lolly, your name would be at the top of that list.
Wait, so who are these other 39?
Also the Traveler. The rest of the list is just the Traveler 39 more times.
You flatter me, but I'm too young to be a grandparent.
Please, you've got to help me. This is...
Well, tell
although
me
it
what to
looks like
do.
I'm just hanging around with nothing to do. Inside, I'm distraught about the path ahead. Granny Lolly, but now that you're here, I can start moving again before time runs out. You know how much Granny loves to drink, nap, and read light novels, right?
Me too,
If
yes.
you offer her what she wants, I'm sure you can lure her away.
You mean use those things as bait to distract her so she won't notice what you're up to?
That's right. Don't worry, I won't make you do all the work. I've planned it all out, including
What
what you
about
need
the
to
word
say.
Lumi?
All you need to do is walk up to her and tell her this. Dear Granny, I have the latest volume of Mirage Warriors here, along with the special edition spin-off of the case files of Miss Orith. She'll pretend not to be interested for a few seconds, then think of an excuse to say yes. As long as you're the one doing the fishing, she'll definitely take the bait.
What would be your perfect combo that you could get distracted to not pay attention to Auroran? I would be like, Fawn, I have Infinity Nick right now is I have Infinity Nikki, a tub of lights, camera, action, or cookies and cream, Ben and Jerry's, and I have found this video essay going really, really deep into what have I been into lately? What have I been into lately? Like media analysis, like cultural media analysis or something like that. I need you to do that for me real quick. I'd be like, girl, I'll do that all day long.
He's just trying to butter you up. Even Paimon can tell. He's just saying
That's literally what
whatever
I
it
was
takes
doing
to
before this
persuade
stream.
you.
White noise, fresh air. Girl, I'd quite happily pay him no.
No, I mean it. Granny might not say it out loud, but I can tell she has a soft spot for the Traveler.
If you say so. Paimon's still not convinced, but if all we
It's as easy as watering vegetables, and if my vegetables were here, they'd... Sorry,
Oh,
there's no
Riesling?
time. Just trust me. Let me take you to her. With you
Mozzarella
here,
sticks, 100 free
everything
riches
will
and
be
star
better.
rail, a double chocolate chip muffin, and anime. There we go. There we go. Yeah, Rai, you said something about video games. These big games, they become more and more expensive to make. Like, these games are costing so much money to make, and nobody's playing them because everyone's still playing Fortnite. Like, why are we buying a PS5 when we can just play Fortnite with our friends? Like, Genshin Impact is a free game. Infinity Nikki is a free game. There's so many free games that are easily accessible, and these big companies don't know what to do because, like, even Overwatch, like, it's not that the games are bad. It's just like people literally don't have time to play them, and there's other options. And then you'll like get like a $20 indie game and like have your life be changed. Wrong navigation, Diva? Uh-oh.
wonder if we're allowed in here. Oh, the door opened all by itself. Taking that as a yes.
Wait, it looks like I'm going the right way.
Told me sore from earlier. Then let's go introduce ourselves.
Which one am I doing? This is the tribe quest? Okay, thank you. So this is the one I need to do. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Go to quest. There we go. Thank you. Thank you. Keeping me on track. Thank you. Yeah, it's like, I mean, there's reasons to it. I actually listened to this really fascinating interview. I've mentioned this before, but there's this journalist who is pretty much credited with a lot of like know-how and connections for years in the gaming industry, and he wrote this book about Activision Blizzard and like the story of how Blizzard went from Blizzard to being bought by Activision and like why it's in the state that it is in now. And it's a good way to like sort of view all of like big company super corporation video games and like the process of like why and how they're making the games that they're making. And it's like these they have to keep up with like the laws of capitalism, which is that you cannot stop growing. You have to get bigger and bigger and bigger. So the projects have to get bigger and bigger and bigger. But then they're also being led by guys who don't know anything about video games. These guys come in, they buy these video game companies made by people who are actually passionate about video games, and then they try to run it like it's like a bank. And, you know, it all adds together to just creating like an experience that isn't reminiscent of like why people like video games. It just feels like this like sort of empty shell product that's super expensive that won't make the money that was put into it.
What's the matter?
It's Granny.
You don't know if you can catch up,
She's
Orion?
gone.
Minsleaf will keep you up on the story though.
She was standing there at the cave entrance to stop me from going in, standing right in my way.
Oh, you meant literally.
I mean, I've been playing Final
standing in
Fantasy
your
XIV for
way.
like a decade.
This whole time, Paimon thought you.
Granny says it's tacky when light novels use contrived metaphors. I don't want to be tacky.
Wait, but aren't you comparing yourself to a light novel? Isn't that kind of...
What? Oh, darn it.
Auroran, I kind of want my Kirara
Figured
sword.
there was no point standing in your way anymore. Auroran, whatever it is you so desperately need to do, you're...
I don't think it'll be that simple. Granny wouldn't release me from her grasp so easily.
And that's true, Rai.
She might have laid a trap for me, or maybe when I get inside, I'll get caught by one of her surveillance spells.
Yeah, let alone lay a trap for you.
Coming to every facet of American news.
You haven't been up to no...
I just want to rescue someone, and Granny won't let me.
Rescue someone? Oh no, what happened?
Could I ask you to go inside and take a look at him? I think he should be safe for now, but he'll be at greater and greater risk as time goes by.
But then... what?
I'll have to wait outside, or I might fall into one of Granny's traps.
You mean you want us to fall into her traps instead?
I hope a character who can use the sword well drops in their girly pop.
No, you'll be fine. Granny's traps will recognize it's the Traveler, so
I'm
they'll
using
leave
it
you
for my
alone.
Kirara.
Sure it is. I mean, I've told my aphids
Unless
all
your
about
name is
your
Terra.
heroic
Oh,
deeds,
Terra
so
Online.
I assume Granny's told her
Rest
traps
in peace,
too.
girl.
You can't just assume that.
Either way, I'm counting on you, Granny.
Well, sounds like someone's life is at stake, so we should probably head in and check things out.
Atelier Kieran made a comment like 2 weeks ago that's like been a worm in my brain. They were like, Fawn, have you ever thought about getting back into like some of the classic Korean MMOs? And I was like, Kieran, you know that I would. But I've been thinking, I was like, man, maybe I should start a new Maple Story era.
Just keep following this path?
Because they have that one classic in like the sort of fan game mode. Somebody just remade the classic version. I was like, ooh.
Careful.
And I've always had this one series idea that I've never found the time for it. But I would love to do like Is Blank Girly Pop, and I just want to like explore like really, really just obscure random games. But the thing that gets me is like I don't know how to format that. I don't know how to turn like me playing like a game for 30 hours into like a 30-minute video.
We made it in with
You installed Terra and uninstalled. Yeah, it is. It's a little bit dated. And honestly, I remember I was there when it first launched. People were actually kind of mad at the character creation because they had seen like the default characters in the trailer and they're like, oh, I like the style, but I want to like get my hands on it, like sort of make it my own. And like the character customization was really, really, really limited. And people were like, ugh. People ended up looking past it because they were really excited about the game. John. No. And like with cosmetics and things like that, people would turn their characters into something campy. I mean, you know how it is in MMOs. Like eventually, like you log in and people are like really weird. but it's just like kind of like the style of the server. Welcome to the chat, by the way, Orion. I noticed that you're new.
Wait, look! There's someone there! Hi! Are you okay? Can you... Is he asleep? Or sick? Do you think this is the guy Auroran was talking about? Also, what the heck's been going on here? Lots of strange
This was like
mysterious
2 weeks ago. I
stuff
didn't want to do all that.
Could be. Let's get Auroran in here. He'll know what this is all about.
Sorry, Granny.
All grown up now, are we?
Right, like it's like once you have an MMO that you're like with me 14, once you have an MMO that you have a stacked account on, it's like, well, this is my home.
I'm truly sorry.
Nothing else moves me. I'm like waiting for a new game to come out that just like moves me to be like, oh, okay, so I'm gonna actually dedicate 1,000 more hours into this and start over. I just don't want to start over.
Now that you're one of the 6 heroes, you think you can do as you please, do you?
Here she goes again.
Well, explain yourself, you dummy. How exactly were you thinking of helping that spirit duffer?
Auroran! And,
Oh, did Sitlali catch him?
Huh? Huh? When did you guys... Oh, drat. I wasn't expecting them. And now the Traveler probably caught me yelling at Auroran. Oh, this is not a good look for me. Hello there, you two. We were just, Auroran and I
Not her
were,
awkwardly
we
going
were,
through poses.
Play acting. You know, acting out some scenes from a light novel, quoting the lines. I didn't actually mean what I was saying. Right?
Yeah, she's thinking about her Mio contract because I told her anger issues and
yes,
drinking was
that's
going
right.
to get her contract canceled.
I owe you an apology too, Traveler. I asked you for help, but I forgot to watch my back and Granny caught me. And now we're
Improv, can I
play
join?
acting.
Traveler, come on. Now's not the time for games. So what are you two up to exactly? Did something happen to this poor guy?
Yeah. Leela's his name. He got into some trouble during a clairvoyance session. It's a kind of spell that lets your spirit leave your body, so you can access secret knowledge. You know what a medium is, right? Leela's problem is his spirit has gotten lost and can't find its way back to his body.
So in other
Oh.
Well, technically the soul and the spirit aren't quite the same thing, but yes.
I just wanted to help bring Leela's spirit back.
And I wouldn't have stopped him if anyone else.
Binkor.
The issue is, Mr. Leela here is what we call a spirit duffer.
I think she's embarrassed because her contract will expire if she starts acting weird, and I don't think that she really wanted us to see that part of her.
What's a spirit duffer?
Someone with no spiritual sensitivity whatsoever. Spirit duffers can't sense or control spirits, much less use spells on them. Now, there are certain methods that can force even spirit duffers into a clairvoyant
The
state.
middle of a random vet.
But, well, I mean, look what happened to Mr. Leela. The spells of the Masters of the Nightwind are all based on dealing with spirits, and so are all our problem-solving methods. So for spirit duffers, even our healing methods don't work on them. So, if they get into trouble trying to use a spell, there's basically nothing we can do.
Yes, there is. As long as the soul is involved, I should be able to help.
You hear that? No prizes for guessing what Auroran's bright idea was.
Oh, because of your special constitution, right? But isn't that kind of risky for you?
I'll be fine.
Or you could just trust Minsley.
Granny's just worrying
It's fine.
too much. I'm feeling fine now, so I should be able to do it safely. Besides, it's probably our only hope of bringing Leela.
Don't kid yourself. What happens if it's not as safe as you're hoping, We both know you'll risk it all to try and rescue him anyway.
This is a tricky one. It's true that Auroran could be self-sacrificing to a fault, but it's also true that Sitlali tends to worry too much.
I kind of just want my sword.
Hey! That's Granny Eatsley to you. Who do you take me for? I obviously know how to handle this.
Huh? You do?
Wait, really? You actually know a way to save him?
Yes. I mean, it's a crude solution. But that's beside the point. The point being, don't interfere when Granny's already got things
Oh, they
under
imply
control.
that she has a crush on Aether. Oh, well, I can't relate.
Anyway,
I play the actual
Traveler,
canon
I was actually going to
protagonist.
ask for your help on this.
Hi, Selin.
My plan will take quite a lot of work, and it's a little too much for one
I'm
person.
doing good. Welcome to the chat.
Oh, great! Well, it's a good thing Aurora brought us here then.
How are you?
I intend to use a two-pronged approach. The first is the crude method. Basically, it's looking for a needle in a haystack. See the thing I've drawn around Leela's body? That's a gateway to the Night Kingdom. Once the gateway is activated,
I didn't even really
all
even
roaming spirits in
notice
the area
that.
will be
What's your
drawn
favorite
to it.
Bayonetta, Selin?
If we're lucky, we'll find the one that belongs to Leela.
I did like 3, even though I know a lot of people didn't.
I'll lend you some of my power.
I'll say
like
I think
last
2 is
time,
the best.
So you can use my clairvoyance. It only works
Do I
if
remember
you use this
Hypatia?
projection
Does she
sensor
remember
first,
herself?
though. So don't forget that step. Don't worry, this time nothing can go wrong. You'll just feel like you're in the Night Kingdom, and you'll see a lot of roaming spirits around you. All you need to do is gather them up. You can leave Aurora on to sift through them and find Leela. Since
3
he
is
wants
different.
to help so bad, he can take the hardest job.
I can tell with 3, they decided that Bayonetta is going to become bigger because they made a lot of really, really big leaps and risks. And they took a lot of turns and chances to allow the universe to become bigger. But thankfully, Bayonetta is a campy title, so like they can go crazy with it. But I think it got a little bit too crazy for some of the people who really bonded to 2. Because it was like Bayonetta 1 sort of created its own fan base. Bayonetta 2 created another fan base, like a group of people that then joined on. And then 3 was like really them showing that like, okay, we're a franchise now. Because 2 was when like Nintendo picked them up and said, we're going to let y'all go all the way with our Nintendo money. There was a lot of different things that happened that I think a lot of people had issues with, but I'm just happy that we have Bayonetta.
Draw him back, using what I know about the instincts of spirits. As we all know, clairvoyance is usually conducted with the goal of unraveling mysteries. If we can find out what mystery Leela wanted to learn the truth of, we can use that to draw his lost
I played
spirit
1 on
back
PS3,
here.
not to be a snob, but
I'll do some clairvoyance of my own.
I've been
and
here since
channel
day
it
one.
through Leela's body. That should give me some idea.
girl, let's do the clairvoyance.
Your point would have been just as clear without the example.
What? Don't think I won't revisit this later.
I want to play that recent
Granny,
DMC.
it's
I think I have it in
amazing
my
that you
library
can
and I've
use
never
a
played
person
it.
as a clairvoyance medium. I always thought you had to use inanimate
The one that had like
objects.
all of them come together.
You can't flatter your way out of this one. But you're not wrong. A person without a spirit is just a physical shell, which, for our purposes, makes them an inanimate object. Traveler, just over there is my Spirit Loom, which will record the fragments I see during clairvoyance. Once I begin, please arrange them on a woven scroll for me. Let me know when you're ready. We should get to work.
Let's go find this man's spirit in the spirit realm, girl.
Are you ready? Don't worry. The
Let's
spirit.
give it a try.
I know this is your first time working with it, but I have a feeling you'll do great.
Yeah, it's one of those games that I just never give myself the time to play it. It's on both me and my boyfriend's backlog. Oh my god, wait. Place fragments in a specific order and position and adjust the relative positions of the layers. Oh, using overlapping, blocking, and other methods to okay, this is interesting. Oh, okay. Okay, so I think we have to do... What is this part? What would this part be? Let's try this first. Oh my god. What? Oh, I see. Does it have to be perfect? Oh, it's like this. Move it down. It's like that. Y'all know I don't do spatial reasoning well. I don't care how many grids they put on here. It doesn't make sense to my brain. This is gonna be hard.
Oh, the woven scroll is ready. This looks like a person.
I prefer to hold space.
Who is it?
I'm like new patch in HSR or something. I'll get my time right. Selling like I just got into Infinity Nikki and I've been playing Final Fantasy 14 and I play this game and HSR is like, what do we do? I guess we'll play them all.
It's Sanhaj
Huh? You mean that Sanhaj? Auroran's ancient name?
That's right. He was not
You're
only one
watching
of the
me play
6 heroes, but also a legendary border master of our tribe. 500 years on, and the remains of his spirit is still so strong.
It's such a camp game, Nikki.
Border Master is an honorable title, by the way. It's only given to powerful figures like Granny Seat Lolly.
No, not like me. The most powerful border masters can expand the borders of the Night Kingdom.
Okay, I'll try that pickle.
And temporarily manifest part of it in the real world. I'm no amateur with border spells, but Sanhaj is in a league of his own. They say his border mastery was what turned the tide in the Battle of the Mare Javari 500 years ago. Legend has it that Sanhaj summoned a miniature Night Kingdom and exploded it to defeat the encroaching Dark Calamity.
This is all lore, okay. He was one of the only 6 heroes. He was not only one of the 6 heroes, but also a legendary border master of our tribe. Okay, border master is an honorable title, by the way. Okay. It was powerful what can expand borders of the Night Kingdom and temporarily manifest part of it in the real world. Oh.
Whoa, he must have been really strong.
The Rollerinka. I'm always excited for GPO.
Of course, it came at a great price. As far as I understand, both Sanhaj and Tainoch, the leader of the tribal coalition forces, gave their lives to activate this spell. I don't know what Leela was thinking. Even I'd think twice before seeking out Sanhaj Compore during clairvoyance. So what sort of spirit duffer in their right mind would... I'm starting to feel like something else is at play here. Yep, you can keep gathering the roaming spirits. That won't be affected. But before that, it looks like we now have another problem on our hands.
Thank you, Rose.
Connecting with the spirit of Sanhaj, Traveler, if you've got some time, could you go and get them to pipe down a bit? We don't want them to start attacking innocent bystanders.
I was feeling bad about not doing more days of GPL
It's
this
fine.
week, but then
I
I was
can
like,
handle that.
I did post 6 hours. We did 6 hours of Pokemon this week, so I'm like, I think we have a good pacing.
Oh no, you're staying
And I'm
right
also seeing
here,
that some people
mister.
are still catching
Traveler
up,
has
so I'm
enough
like,
to do
yeah,
already
let's not go
without
too
coming to
crazy.
your rescue.
Alright then. Sorry, Traveler. Over to you, I guess.
The Mare Javari is one of the places I was looking forward to in Atlant.
Yeah, don't sweat it. The most important thing right now is getting Leela's spirit back.
All right, I'm heading out. See you guys later.
Selin, I noticed that you said something. I like the way that they do the pity really drives the dopamine from. I feel like the way they do the pity drives the dopamine from the gacha. I agree. The pity is like a little bit interesting that I'm not used to, but I've only really gotten into like Hoyo games. As much as I want to I was really actually like genuinely tempted to start spending on that game, but I kind of want to do it free to play. because I've played all the gacha games that I've gotten into free to play. Like, I took a big break from gachapon type games. I used to be like a huge like Korean MMO 2010s gamer, spending a lot of money on that. But I went into Genshin first, being like, I'm just free to play. And with the help of the girly pops, obviously, I ended up building up like a C6 Noelle. And I kind of like just like embracing the struggle of being a free to play player. That being said, some of the girls have made donations against my will, so I guess I'm not technically free to play, but I do like, I don't know, it's the climb, you know? So I want to see what my Infinity Nikki account will be like if I just like dedicate to being free to play. I might not have all the glamorous dresses, but I think there'll be a certain charm to me being like broke and dusted. Where's the sword? I need to know where the sword is. The Mario Javari was mentioned back all the way in Mondstadt. Okay, so I totally missed that then. Minsleaf is going to have to fill me in on all that context. That's true, Selin.
If you're bored, why don't we take a look at my collection?
It's okay, honey. Reach 400 incense ash crystals. So how do we do that? Obtain weapon reward by consuming the required number of incense ash crystals. From other minigames? Okay. So let's look for some minigames then. Let's just try some.
Together. If something catches your eye, feel free to take
I got about
it.
10 more minutes before we gotta go. I think we've done that one already, so let's try another one. I want to do something new. But I could definitely do this off stream. I really only just want the sword. I know that I could, like, in Evil Banisher challenges, complete all the Banishing Rite objectives. While Banishing Aura is active, you will not be able to accumulate progress toward Banishing Rites. Once the blessing expires, you can continue completing objectives. Okay. I'm not actively, like, grinding on Genshin right now, and it's fine. I just want to get this sword because I don't want to miss it. Let me do the way that I normally do it. This just looks like a combat challenge. So that's a co-op one. Uh-oh. And now I was spoiled. I mean, I don't judge people for like spending. And honestly, like Pidgey actually made a really good point yesterday. Pidgey was like, girl, I spent on this because I think that games like this really need to like feel encouraged to like make space here. Like we are holding space for you, girl. And I'm like, that's actually a really good point. And that kind of made me want to, but I really like my style. And honestly, I want to make content about Infinity Nikki, but I just really want to enjoy the game first and like play it, like dig my heels into it. And I think it would kind of be fun to see like my style of being like a free-to-play player. I saw like a video on TikTok today of somebody like kind of being a snob and like being like, this is how you're supposed to play games. If you only play Pokemon, don't call yourself a gamer. And I'm like, dude, you're just supposed to play games the way that you want to. And I think it would be like kind of interesting to see like how an Infinity Nikki account would look. Just being free to play and like not really caring about maximizing the account and just like enjoying the cozy vibes of it. Like I was literally playing it today for a few hours. I had like some errands and stuff to do, but I got a good like hour and a half to play it. And I was like really thinking, I was like, this game is so cool. Like if I was a kid, like if I was the age that I was playing MapleStory and I had Infinity Nikki, oh my goodness, dude. I think the game is really special.
Everyone on me.
Right, damsel. It's like it's snappy in a way. Like I noticed that you can like kind of spam the bug catching skill Like, it doesn't make you like sit through the animations and stuff. Like, it understands that like we are playing the game and like we want to grind and stuff, but we also want it to be like pretty and like we're floating around. I don't know, they're just like really, they really know, they really executed like a really good like grindy exploration game. But if you want to spend on Infinity Nikki Girl, I totally get it because I want to as well. Let's see what this does. I hope Genshin loses. They deserve. Poor Sethos. Right, damsel. It's like, oh my goodness. It's like, I've been holding out for a game like this to happen. I really have been. Okay, this doesn't make sense to me. I know that I'm not reading y'all, but I just want to get some points before we end. Because I honestly, I know it sounds really lame, but I have actually been going to bed at 9. It's almost 9 here. It's really made a big change in my health. For me personally, that's all I'm saying. Okay. Me who's watching this at 2 a.m. When I was younger, I used to be able to like go to sleep at 4 and wake up at like 8, and I would be like totally fine. I can't do it anymore. I'm too old. Something in my biology changed, girl. Oh my god. How do I do this? I can't do it. Dude, what is this? Oh my god. Okay. Oh my, I had to start over. So it's this and this. Then this. No, no. Who made this picture? Oh my god. And then it's... Oh, you can layer them. I didn't notice that. Is it not right? The red thing goes first. Oh, this part right here. I was like, what? It looks the same. I'm trying to control my sleep. I used to be able to sleep at the drop of a hat lately, but I've been having nocturnal panic attacks. That's probably, I mean, I'm not an expert, but anxiety will get you, girl. It's probably anxiety. Like, I've had moments, like when I was in school the second time, and probably one of the reasons why I dropped out, I was like genuinely, like I would like, my stress was so high that I would be drenched in, like, as I was sleeping. Hold on, I'm trying to figure this out. Okay, I see what's going on. Like, I would like sweat in my sleep, and it was like bad. Like, when they say like when you sweat in your sleep a lot, you aren't actually resting because your body, well, I wake up because like my bed would be like soaking, sopping wet. And it was all from stress. Like, I thought that I had like a blood issue or something like that, but I dropped out of school and I actually like did like some self-help books and like really focused in on my anxiety issues. and I don't sweat anymore. I like don't sweat anymore, but like I would wake up in the middle of the night. I'd literally have to go and dry off and like let my bed like dry out, and I was like not sleeping, and it becomes like a vicious cycle. Yeah, sleep can get crazy. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. Oh, I'm missing something orange. Let's move that down. There we go. But I'm good now. I sleep like a baby now. Okay, I gotta stop there. Did I get anything for that? Probably not. You just gotta take. Okay, let's do one more. Let's do one more. We can just finish it out. Let's finish it out. Sorry, I keep tabbing out. I have like a window. I really don't know what to tell you. The one thing that helped me, I'm not saying that you have an anxiety thing, but what helped me with my anxiety was like, I read this book called Behave. And it goes into, it goes into like scholarly information on like how your brain develops through time, like from a baby and like all the way up to adulthood, and the different phases of development that the brain goes through and how it logs information. And it really helped me to face some of like the personal traumas that I had experienced, and like be able to understand it and figure out, oh, I act this way or I react to things this way because my brain has like a synapse that literally like fires off that says like this is what you do, and like I live in like a constant state of like anxiety for X, Y, and Z. I'm not gonna get into like all my trauma, but it helped me to like understand and like have a rationale. And then when I was able to like notice those patterns, I was able to be like, okay, you're acting anxiously here and you're storing stress in your body that's going to be released when you're sleeping. So you need to stop that, because when you sleep, your body like really it's like an oven. Like it refreshes. Your skin turns over, your body runs hotter, your brain is literally washing, and all that stress has to be processed. And girl, it was coming out of my pores. But
what should I do?
I think I got the sword.
Like there's a little saurian stretching away.
I never know how to. Okay, I got the sword. Let's put it on Kirara. But don't feel bad for not. I mean, if you want to stay up, stay up. Don't feel bad for like not sleeping. A lot of people don't sleep. Boom. That's my Kirara. Oh, it really matches her too. Okay, cool. Let's say bye to the YouTube. I see a lot of people saying stuff. We'll touch base as we're saying bye. Bye, YouTube. I hope you enjoyed today's stream. I know I yapped a lot, but I yap a lot, so y'all watch me at this point. Y'all know. I gotta remember to play that Last Christmas. But YouTube, I'll be taking the next 2 days off. The next stream will be Mario Party Jamboree, and then we'll get back into GPL on, I think it's Wednesday? Tuesday's Mario Party. Yeah. Bye, YouTube. Thank you so much. And I want to thank everybody for supporting the GPL and the Infinity Nikki stream. I know it was like weird and obscure and kind of niche, but I really appreciate everybody's good energy with it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bye.